Hello, Matt Tuck of Bullet For My Valentine.
Hey.
I'm the guitarist for your band. I have a riff for you that I would really like to use. It's a really special riff.
All right, we'll see if it holds up.
All right.
Yes, keep going. And add lyrics to it.
You think you're drowning in a pit of grief. I think I'm losing a piece of me. I can't do this. I'm sick of it. What's the reason we're doing this? Whoa.
There you go.
Whoa. What's the reason I'm falling down? Whoa. Whoa. Help me out. I think I'll drown. Go.
Yes. We're going to use that on everything, guys.
Hey guys, how's it going? Ron&Don here, and today we're going to talk about Bullet For My Valentine's new album, Gravity. So, I know we both have some history with Bullet For My Valentine. Yeah. I started listening to them when I was in 6th grade. I listened to The Poison first,
Yep.
and then, Scream Aim Fire, and then Fever. But then, they hit a little misstep with Temper. This misstep was just because of the lazy songwriting, the bad lyrics. However, that album did experiment a little, and I appreciated it for that. But then they came back with Venom about 3 years ago.
Yes. I absolutely love that record.
Yeah.
Guitar playing is phenomenal and that drumming is phenomenal.
Yep.
His vocals are really good on that one,
Yeah.
especially. Then after Venom comes out with their latest release,
We get Gravity.
Gravity.
Now, here's a little disclaimer. We love when bands change their sound. It adds more to their discography. It makes them better as a band, I believe.
Right.
However, when bands don't do it in a very good way, and they do it in a lazy way,
Yes.
and they do it in a way where not up to their full potential, then it's kind of a negative. Now, on this album, Bullet For My Valentine changes their sound. They add little synths.
Right.
They have a little softer, more anthemic choruses, more
Right.
arena rock sound. But it just doesn't work on this album, and here's why. We get on to the first song, Leap of Faith.
Leap of Faith.
Starts off promising. This is a promising song.
Yes.
Now it still has its missteps, like the breakdown in it. Just the lyrics, and it gets a little predictable at times.
Right.
However, you've got that soothing guitar line in there
Yep.
along the chorus and along the verses that kind of boosts up this song for me.
Yes, this song sets a pretty good tone for this album, what you think could be really good.
Yeah.
I love the atmospheric feel you kind of get with the verses in the intro, and I love when the drums and the guitars kind of sync up on those verses before the chorus. Chorus is good, it's fine. The synth is really cool, but I just feel like I've heard a few of the things in this song
Yes.
before. But overall, it's not a bad track, not a bad start,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say.
So then we get to Over It, and Over It is the prime example of what's wrong with this album. Good riff, fine riff,
It's fine, yeah.
but we've heard it before. These lyrics, we've heard them before. The themes of this song are the themes on every single song on this album. And it gets kind of tiring and very predictable. You can guess easily what's going to happen next, and it makes for a very boring and average listen.
Yep. It's just so average.
Yeah.
That's all I wrote. I said, this is like a basic song. I love the intro riff. It's really good, but it's just average.
Yeah, and you can lump in with all of those negatives. You can lump in tracks like Under Again, Piece of Me, Not Dead Yet, with lazy woes and ohs scattered across the songs, lazy riffs.
Letting You Go is just so average. Not Dead Yet. There's nothing to that song.
There's absolutely nothing to talk about with most of these tracks.
I know.
But the very last time, we get a different sound too.
Yeah.
But
But it's just... I like in how on the very last time, every chorus gets bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's fine. It's just... There's nothing else to the song.
Yeah. The lyrics aren't really special. the instrumental really isn't anything. It's just, I like how it's different. I like how they tried something new, but they just could have done better with this track. And even on tracks like Breathe Underwater, you have a nice acoustic guitar, which is fine, and it feels like a good closer at first. But these lyrics are so cliche, are so predictable. You've heard them 1,000 times, and it makes the song structures just, what's going to happen next, and it's so frustrating. Because I want to be surprised with the Bullet For My Valentine album. When I heard Poison, surprised. Scream Aim Fire, even more surprised. Say Goodnight, that's a ballad, but it's scattered with all of these solos that just take you to all these different places.
And that's the other thing with this album. There's not a single solo.
No.
Not a single solo. It's just...
And that's the thing about this. It'd be fine if there wasn't a solo. I mean, there's not a solo, and that's fine. However, it'd be better if there were these cool little guitar parts, cool little clean fills in there, cool little effects, like bogged down in effects things that they tried to do. You can tell because we've heard Matt Tuck and Michael Padgett. We've heard them do these cool little guitar licks, cool solos before, and this is just so underwhelming.
I don't even know. I just felt like they weren't really trying on this album writing.
Yeah.
And then let's talk about the standout song, Don't Need You, which sticks out.
Standout. Standout song.
Which literally stands out on this album because it doesn't really fit.
Yeah, so this song came out, a year ago, a year and a half
Something
ago?
like that,
And they decided to put it on here, but this song, tone-wise, is so different from the rest of it on here, it just doesn't fit.
Nope.
And it's the best song because instrumentally, it's just...
probably the
impressive, and the breakdown on here is actually interesting and exciting.
And he's screaming the whole time almost.
Yeah, and I mean, you can prefer the screamy sound, you can prefer the clean sound, but it's what they do with them that really matters. And what they did with this, they added strings in it. This song is just exciting, and it makes me want to listen to this.
Yeah, that bridge part in this song was awesome.
Yeah. Now, where this song goes wrong, actually, and where Coma and Under Again and Over It and Piece of Me go wrong is the same riff almost every song. And we've heard them do this on other albums. I'm not excluding the other albums because it has that too, especially Venom. And we've just heard them do better riffs before, especially on the Poison and Scream Aim and Fire, and even on Fever and Temper. Yeah, they have these new riffs that just kind of bring in things, and there's nothing.
This album is just so average. Yeah. I don't even know.
I mean, if you really want to listen to it, listen to Leap of Faith, and you'll get an idea for what it is. But honestly, the rest of these tracks just aren't worth a listen to me. I really didn't enjoy this album, and it just feels so lifeless.
Well, Brandon, did you have at least any likes of this album?
Well, one like that I had. I liked how they added the synthesizer.
Yeah. It kind of made the choruses a little more full. I kind of liked that effect.
Yeah.
I kind of enjoyed the atmospheric feel that they had with some verses into the choruses.
Yeah. Let's talk about the title track for a sec here. Gravity. The song is a Bring Me the Horizon ripoff. It starts off like Avalanche or Drown from their from Bring Me the Horizon's last album, That's the Spirit, but those were done so much better because there's just so much more and so much life in those songs. But with this, you got some cheap lyrics, you got, woes and ohs and a predictable structure. There's just nothing there.
I didn't even know what to say about that song. I wrote, what even?
Yeah. I mean,
I don't even know.
This album is just very predictable. Same riffs. It just feels lifeless. The lyrics are lifeless. It's just an average album, borderline bad for me.
Yeah, because what they did with Venom was amazing. I loved the techniques that they used in their guitar playing. They put in a lot more effort in Venom, I feel like, than they did on this. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're just going for more simplistic songs. If they are, then they did a good job.
It sounds like we're comparing this album to the others, and I mean we are in a way,
right?
Just because effort. It sounds like they put so much effort in those first 5 albums, but on this one it just doesn't feel like that. That's how we're comparing this. Musically, we know it's on a whole different scale, and that's how we're reviewing this. But the scale that it's on just doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it's enough. It feels like they could have done more.
Were they trying to like reach a wider audience with this album?
I mean, yeah, it's like, okay, back in the Poison and Scream and Fire days, they were leading the way in metalcore and their music.
right.
But now it feels like they're taking stuff from their contemporaries and just, like the Bring Me the Horizon thing on Gravity. They're taking things from the people who looked up to them. They're taking a step back instead of a step forward. I like how I love when bands try new sounds, and I like how they tried the new sound here. Just like how I like Temper Temper was more experimental, but this is just a misstep. I feel like if they would have worked on this a lot more, because it doesn't feel like they did,
Right.
Maybe a better album would have came out of it. I don't know.
Yeah, I heard a lot of potential in a lot of these songs. I just I don't think they executed them very well.
Yeah.
So,
I guess that's a positive. There's a lot of good ideas.
Yeah.
What are you feeling on this?
I'm thinking about giving it. No, I am going to give this a D+.
Yeah.
There's just not much to this album.
Yeah. I'm probably going to do the same, giving it a D+. It just, after 5 albums, maybe if this were a sophomore album,
Yeah.
I can give it a little pass, but they've had 5 albums to hone their craft, 5 albums to change up things and to really put in a lot of effort. And on this one, they just didn't. This one just feels like an album to give to fans.
And that's the other thing. Do you remember a lot of these
No.
songs? I don't.
No, none of these are memorable. I don't remember how Under Again goes or letting. I don't know.
I don't know.
But tell us what you thought.
Yep. Do you agree with us? Do you disagree?
Yeah.
Please let us know.
Let us know. And catch us next time.
Thanks for watching.